all my beautiful little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a super detailed and personal career tarot reading prepared for you. This is for those of you who are currently feeling stuck in your careers and like you're not sure how to break through to the next level. And before I introduce you to these three groups and we get into the individual readings, I want to start off with some neuroscience as well as psychology, because then you'll be able to apply what you received in your reading in real life, which means that nothing that you're about to receive in your tarot card readings is going to be a coincidence whatsoever, because you'll be able to actually apply this and become the highest version of yourself. Now, before we get into your career reading on becoming unstuck and creating more abundance in your life, I need to talk to you about something that lives entirely in your brain. And once you understand this manifestation concept, you will never be able to unsee it in the best possible way. Now, you might have heard of something called imposter syndrome, and while the term gets thrown around a lot in society, the neuroscience behind it is actually fascinating. In 2011, researchers at Caltech put high-achieving people in an MRI scanner and found that the more competent and high-achieving that someone actually was, the more that their brain underestimated their own performance compared to other people's performance. Which means that the people who were actually the most capable, the smartest, the most high-achieving were the ones that were most convinced that they weren't. And if this sounds like a familiar feeling to you, listen up. The reason why this happens is because your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that does rational thinking, is in constant dialogue with your amygdala. That's the part of your brain that handles threat response. And for many of us, being visible feels like a threat. Being seen, being promoted, charging more, launching your product, your channel, your social media, it feels like a threat. All of these things trigger the same alarm system that would fire in your body if, for example, a tiger walked into the room that you were seated in right now. And this is the exact reason why I want you to remember to not feel bad, because you might find yourself procrastinating right at the edge of a breakthrough. And then instead of breaking through, you have conditioned yourself to feel bad. And this might be why you find yourself procrastinating right at the edge of your personal breakthroughs. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't want it enough, but because your nervous system has learned that being seen is dangerous. Maybe someone criticized you publicly before, or you had a parent that publicly made fun of your appearance or your accomplishments. Maybe success meant instability in your family growing up as well, because no one had the type of success that you are looking to achieve. Maybe you even watched someone that you love get torn down because they shone too brightly. Think of a modern day example for this being MJ. Behavioral psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini also found that our sense of what we deserve is deeply shaped by our reference group. And your reference group is the people that you spend the most time with. If everyone around you is charging a certain amount or playing at a certain level in their career, they work a certain job, they're in a certain tax bracket, your brain will treat that as the ceiling. Not because it's true, but because belonging is a survival mechanism. So upon receiving your tarot card reading, if you're here wondering why your career is not moving, why abundance feels like it's stuck for you, or why you keep self-sabotaging instead of publishing the YouTube video or putting out that program of yours, applying for new jobs and actually telling your boss that you're not afraid to leave, I want you to consider that your brain might be doing its job a little too well and is simply trying to protect you. And the cards in each three of these readings today are going to reflect back what is energetically happening in your career. Science has now explained to you why you're stuck and why certain patterns are hard to escape. And now the cards are going to reveal to you exactly how you can accomplish your highest success. So now that we have set the facts straight, these are the three groups that I've got prepared for you today. Group number 1 corresponds to the Tattoo Tarot deck, as well as the Smoky Quartz Crystal Point. Group number 2 corresponds to the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic Tarot deck, as well as the Carnelian Crystal. And group number 3 corresponds to the Mythos Tarot deck, deck, as well as the rainbow fluorite crystal. As per usual, the timestamps of all three groups can be found below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section for quick and easy access. For those of you who believe that your birth chart isn't just mystical, but that it can be a precise blueprint to have the most successful career possible, you can download my Zodiac Powered Business Blueprint. It's linked in the description box. It is a completely free PDF guide that I have created for you in order for you to align spirituality with behavioral science in order to become the most successful version of yourself in your career. All right, so we'll now get into your readings. I'll be starting off with group number 1, which corresponds to the Tattoo Tarot deck, as well as the Smoky Quartz Crystal Point. Now, if this is the group that you naturally felt drawn towards, simply keep watching. If you felt drawn to multiple groups, then feel free to tune into multiple readings, and I will catch you at the click of your timestamp. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 1. You chose the Tattoo Tarot deck, as well as the Smoky Quartz Crystal Point. I would like for you right now to lean back, relax, and enjoy this career reading. This is your time for you to heal, your time for you to gain clarity, and for you to figure out everything that you need to know about your next career moves. Now, let's get into this tarot card reading portion of today's video. First and foremost, we have got the Queen of Wands, which is the queen of the element of fire. I see here you are someone who is ambitious and you are destined for more. You're destined for greater things than you have accomplished up until now. People around you see that. They see you as a Queen of Wands, as someone who's unstoppable, who's brave, and who doesn't quit or give up. Now, this is that one thing that sets you apart from all the competition and from everybody else around you. And this is also the trait that the universe is saying to play on in your next career move. Whether that is switching jobs, whether that is creating your own business, whether that is completely changing the way that you work to get your dream life faster than you thought possible. The Queen of Wands energy is something you've got inside of you that will make a positive result in your career inevitable. Next, we've received the 7 of Coins card. As you can see, we've got 7 individual coins with arrows, as well as the sand clock. The 7 of Coins is a symbol to give yourself time to find the perfect direction for you. Now, the most important thing for you to do is to actually test the waters. Test the waters by looking for a different job, by speaking to coworkers or your current boss about different positions, how you can level up. Actually post reels, post videos. Stop thinking about what you should do next in your career, because when you're thinking about it, you're overthinking, you become stressed, you become anxious. The universe is saying that the best way to shrink time is to take action very quickly, because then you won't take as much time to be successful, because you are putting out the action and you're seeing what sticks, right? You're posting the reels, seeing which ones go well. In the 6 of Cups, I can see putting yourself out there is important, because there are a lot of clients and customers that want to work for you. Now, those of you who work a 9 to 5, or you work contract work, for example, I see here in the 6 of Cups that you make an amazing impression when it comes to others trusting you. You make an amazing first impression in the job world. And this is the universe saying to you, use it to your advantage. Regardless of whether you want to do your own thing, you want to be more entrepreneurial, or whether you want to work hard in the corporate world in your 9 to 5 and have the type of position and the type of perks that you know that you deserve. Use to your advantage that people naturally feel drawn towards you and naturally like you. Let's get more deeply into this. We've got the High Priestess next. Now, confidence is key. The High Priestess is a reminder to use your confidence to your advantage as well. All of the confidence that you've got is rightfully earned. You've worked hard your whole life. You've put a lot of effort into becoming who you are today. Don't be afraid to shine, and don't be afraid to be the one that says, yes, I deserve this upgrade. I deserve this promotion. I deserve this extra vacation. I deserve this help, this extra abundance in my life. The High Priestess corresponds to the number 2 in the major arcana of the tarot, and it also shows her reading book. You are very intelligent, far more intelligent than you give yourself credit for. And I see in the Knave of Cups that showed up in reverse for you, which is a symbol of a young gentleman leaving your life, who made you feel in a way like you were not meant to be as successful as actually your destiny has already written out from the day you were born. Now, you know who this person is. You know who this young individual is that emotionally might have ruffled your feathers and made you feel a little uncertain about yourself. And that's leaving. That's no longer part of your life. And what's next in your career is getting back to your most confident version of yourself. Within the Seven of Wands, I can see strength, I can see speed, I can see masculine energy. In the Seven of Wands cards, as you can see, these wands are looking strong. They're moving in different directions, but ultimately they're pushing forward. And here, this is your sign from the universe in the Seven of Wands. Push forward, work hard, don't give up now. You are so close to the finish line. Turning around now means that you are not going to receive all of the rewards that you actually deserved and worked so hard for. So this is the universe saying to you, keep pushing. If you're watching this reading, if you're receiving this right now, don't give up. And in friendship, I see this connection is based on friendship. It may never develop into romance. Keep your career separate from your private life and from your romantic life. Do not mix business with pleasure. And remember that sometimes you might have good intentions to create a life with a lover, to create a business with a lover, but the universe is telling you often it turns out badly. Often it does not make things better. It's best for you to have your own career, your own business, and focus on being romantic solely with your romantic partner. Keep your business, your assets, and ownership of things to yourself. I see here within the doorway, an opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person. There is an opening of a doorway for you, group number one. And this opening of the doorway means that there's a new person, a new client, and a new job opportunity presenting itself to you. And the universe is saying, look at the open doorway. It's open for a reason. It's your time to walk through it. It's your time to see what is behind that door. Now, the question is, do you have the courage to do it now, or are you going to procrastinate? Ultimately, you're going to push forward anyways, especially as you learned during the intro on a science and on a neurological level, which is science-based. You know exactly why your brain follows the same pattern and why certain things haven't worked out for you yet. But now that you know how to overcome it and why it's happened in the first place, there's literally nothing stopping you from taking every opportunity and seeing exactly what it is that sticks. Here in the Sun, things are positive, things are going well for you. This is one of the most favorable cards in the entire tarot that is actually speaking of only good luck, of only having positive vibes and abundance around you. And here in the Sun with this older gentleman, I see that you are deeply protected, group number one, also through your positive attitude and through the fact that you're someone who doesn't allow for others to get them down. The Sun is a representation of warmth and of you winning, of you being in your highest energy of success and abundance. And the Queen of Coins is confirmation. The Queen of Coins sits with these lions, and she is the queen of all things in the earthly and material realm, because the suit of coins corresponds to exactly that. The earthly, the material, everything that is tangible that you can touch with your hands, and everything that's finite. So from time to income, to your health and your material possessions and everything that you can touch with your hands that you sometimes underestimate the importance of. And the Queen of Coins is showing that you are becoming that queen of the earthly realm. You are becoming that fearless queen who lives amongst lions, which is often which shows someone in their divine feminine energy who is strong even in a male-dominated field, who is thriving and who is kind of the leader and still more successful than anyone who's in their masculine energy. And in illumination, this is your sign that perhaps you were never meant to have a conventional job, a conventional career, or if you identify as female, perhaps you were never meant to thrive in a female-dominated field. That's maybe exactly what sets you apart, the fact that you can balance masculine and feminine energy, and you know how to sell, you know how to speak speak to people nicely, clients and customers, in a way that they want to work with you, that they trust you, that they see you as someone who is not a threat. These are all ways in which you are unique, and your counterparts, the other people who work the same career as you, they can't compete, because what you have is special, it's one of a kind, and it is something that's completely irreplaceable, and only you have this, group number one. Getting more deeply into your reading, you are meant to thrive. Thriving is not only your birthright, but that's what's happening in your career, group one. I see that you were meant to know that life isn't about survival. It is about thriving. It's about you being your best self, living, feeling happy about your career, and reminding yourself that your career is such a large portion of your life and of the time that you're spending. So make sure it's a career that inspires you. Make sure it is a career that you are engaging in, that you love. Make sure that you don't give up on your dreams just because other people are saying it's unrealistic. Maybe it's unrealistic to them. Maybe they've given up on their dreams, but you certainly have not, group number one. Now, this is the reading that I received for you, and I trust that this found you at the perfect time for you to make a positive decision towards being the best version of yourself and having a career that you absolutely love to wake up to every single morning. And if you want more support in how you can create your own spiritual business success, make sure that you join my Psychic CEO membership. We are now currently doing our 7-day tarot glow up challenge, where every single day in the community you're receiving a tarot card reading that is members only, that will help you to glow up to the highest version of yourself. Now, the glow up is still available in your library even if you watch this video months down the line. So don't worry, you can still become a Psychic CEO and check out exactly what you'll receive. The link is below in the description box. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number one, I'm sending you so much love wherever you currently are, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my lovely soul of group number two. You chose the Every Little Thing You Do is Magic tarot deck, as well as the Carnelian crystal, which I will place at the top of your video for you to enjoy the energy of as we delve into your reading. Now, the first part of this video was based in neuroscience so that you can learn exactly how you can break unwanted patterns. And now in your tarot card prediction, we're going to see everything. We are going to uncover everything that you had to hear about making the best career moves and having the most abundant life possible, because as we all know on this channel, nothing in life is ever truly a coincidence. Now, let's delve into your career reading. First and foremost, we have got the Eight of Pentacles, which shows these beavers, as well as the Eight Pentacles, which is a representation, especially numerologically speaking, of abundance. The number 8 is a very positive number of gaining more abundance in the material sense, and your career taking off, and you being able to create a legacy and abundance for generations to come. That's why we've got the mother beaver here, and then its little baby that it's already teaching exactly how to survive, how to thrive, and how to live a life so that baby beaver can also go on to become its best version. And that's exactly what you are meant to do in this life. In the Nine of Pentacles, we have our goldfish. We've got Nine of Pentacles. So far, we've only had 2 cards of the Suit of Pentacles, which is the suit, the element of earth, and this represents everything material, everything in the earthly realm, everything that is finite, and of course material possessions, tangible things that you can touch. The number 9 is a positive number. It shows you are gaining material possessions. It shows that when you've got a mindset of thinking long term, so rather than just buying things that are popular right now or hyped, you are investing in long-term gain. That can mean investing in your education, investing in getting a home that you can actually afford, paying it off fully, getting a car that maybe isn't as flashy, but it gets you from A to B, and then you've got more funds for other things. You're being really smart about your finances. And in the Hierophant, which represents our elephant, it becomes crystal clear why that is. You've always been the wise one. You've always been the one who knows what they want and that others come to for amazing advice. And right now, your message in your reading is to take your own advice. The universe is saying, take the advice that you always give to others and apply it to your own career, your own job, your own finances, your own material portion of your life. As I see here in the Hierophant, the elephant represents you building something solid and building something with wisdom. You're old enough now to do all of those things, group number 2. Now in the Nine of Swords, I can see here that you need rest. See how this tiger is yawning and it's poking out its tongue. We've got the 9 swords behind the tiger. What this means is that rest is important so you don't burn out. Burnout is real. Even if you think you can work day and night, that you can work tirelessly, that your body is strong, all of these things might be true, but what is also true is that a lot of people who never thought they would suffer from burnout, when it hits them, they realize that they weren't invincible and that rest would have been important. Balance is important, and that's where I see in the Apprentice of Pentacles that you give yourself so fully to your life's purpose, which is why it's important that you do a job that you love and a job where you are actually met with thankfulness and appreciation. Now, being compensated fairly, being told by coworkers, by your boss, by customers and clients what positive feedback that you also actually deserve, that is really important, because otherwise you will keep working so hard, you will keep thinking you're not doing enough. Now what this means is to remove yourself from toxic coworkers, remove yourself from a job environment that is toxic, especially if management or your boss or even customers you're dealing with are super toxic and are actually holding you back and making you feel like you always have to make yourself small and like you're walking on eggshells. As I see here in the 8 of Swords, you have so much potential that you have not even realized or reached yet. And the universe is saying to you, get yourself out of this cage, get yourself out of this place where you feel trapped and where you can't be creative and free. What I see in your reading is that you have so much creativity. It is important that you work in a career field where you can actually express that. Where issues happen is when you're working a job where you're just being told to do something a very specific way and they don't accept any feedback, any new ideas, anything that you see that can be improved, and you just have to follow a protocol and that's it. Yes, you might do that type of job for a little bit just because you need to, but it's not something that's going to fulfill you or that you were born to do for a very long time. So creativity is important, respect in your career is important, and if you're not receiving that, it might be time to consider leaving the career that you're in for something that is more suitable for your personality type and also for your birth chart, as any type of Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius, Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio, you're not going to accept being around people who are emotionally very unintelligent or unkind. As I see in the Emperor, a leadership role is where you'll end up either having your own company, either having your own employees, or managing a large group of people. In the Emperor, I can see that of all people in society, you are the person who is best in a leadership position because you also look out for everyone's well-being. Meanwhile, other people, they often only try to do what's best for themselves, not for everyone else in the group or in the community. And I see in the Magician that for you, group number 2, you're the kind of person, the Magician corresponds to the number 1. Again, we've got this natural born leader energy. And this isn't because you wanted to be a leader. This isn't because you wanted to already have to parent your own parents. This isn't because you wanted to have to take care of your siblings in the way that you had to or were forced to. This is just something that naturally comes with your personality, this wisdom, being wise beyond your years, being someone who has a baby face but is far smarter than anyone has realized until you make the move and people are like, wow, I didn't know that you were that smart, that quick, that driven. So people underestimate you. And here in the Magician, that is actually one of your biggest strengths, and that's actually something you can use to your advantage, because then when you make the moves, when you just just push forward. Everyone's surprised. Nobody expected it. And that gives you leadway also to plan your exit from a job, from a career that has left you feeling stuck. In the Seven of Cups, remember that you have options, because sometimes you underestimate how wanted you are, how many options that you've got, and that you are the irreplaceable one. A job isn't. You are the irreplaceable part of this whole equation. A job isn't irreplaceable, neither are coworkers, neither are any professional opportunities. The irreplaceable individual, that is you. And in the Five of Wands, I can see here that right now the universe is saying to you, keep pushing for what you want and don't give up, because you've got the energy, you've got the time, you've got the health mentally and physically to do it. But when you procrastinate, you just make it even harder for that day to come where you will take action. So right now, be that person that stands up for themselves. You've got to create security for yourself. If you don't do it for yourself, if you don't look out for yourself, hate to say it, group number 2, but you know I'm your big sis from the internet. I want to protect you. I want to tell you the truth rather than what you want to hear. But if you don't make sure that you're protected, then nobody else will, at least not to the level that you are making sure that you are protected. Even if you've got family or a spouse that love you deeply, remember that everyone is busy with their own lives, so it's important that you speak up for what you want. You speak up for how you want to protect yourself in a material way, what you want as kind of like your retirement plan, what you want as your financial situation for the next upcoming years, the career that you want, the income level. Speak up, take it, create your security, and be open to things being even better than you expected for them to be. This is the universe saying to you to be open for other opportunities, because sometimes you are so set on a specific outcome that you don't even realize, hey, there are other opportunities here that I can take, and if I'm just open to them, then I will be able to actually completely change my life for the better, be the best version of myself in my career, and completely thrive in ways that I never thought possible. So this is your career reading, group number 2, and I trust that you found it insightful. If you want to join us right now on our 7-day Tarot Glow Up Challenge, then check out my Psychic CEO Academy. The challenge is timeless, so you'll still be able to access it at any point in the future when you've tuned into this video, and you can find myself and a group of like-minded individuals leveling up and manifesting our dream lives day by day by pushing each other to overcome procrastination and taking action for our careers, and to create the security and the stability that we and our families, of course, deserve. The link is in the description box, and as already mentioned during the intro, feel free to first download my free Psychic CEO Career Blueprint that is linked in the description box as well. Now, wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, group number 2, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. You chose the Mythos Tarot deck as well as the Rainbow Fluorite Crystal. We're gonna get straight into your career reading after I have, of course, explained to you during the intro the science-based reasons why your brain might have been protecting you, but at the same time keeping you from your highest career success. And we're gonna overcome that. But we're now gonna get into your reading, because if you're on this channel, then you too believe that nothing happens by accident. There's a reason why you're here right now. It's no coincidence that you were meant to receive this reading on your career. Now let's see what the cards will reveal. In the Knight of Coins, we've got the Knight of the Element of Earth, which shows right now the best thing you can do is team up with someone who's also in their masculine energy. This is a young man, a young individual who knows what they want, and you too should get into that energy of asking for what you want. Group number 3, you don't want to make others uncomfortable, which is one of the main reasons why you often don't ask for what you want. You don't want to seem needy or greedy. But here in the Tower, I can see that that part of you is breaking. It's coming to an end. Perhaps you've even noticed how the older you've gotten, the less you've actually cared about what others think about you, especially strangers, because you just understand there's no point in overthinking how others view you, because they're not living your life. They don't know you. Their opinion is not going to actually change your life in any way. So if they're not making you happy, help helping you live a more abundant, fulfilled life, why let their opinion stop you from, for example, posting your business on social media or getting a different job or leaving a toxic work environment if you work in a 9 to 5? And I see here within the Fool that right now the universe is saying the best thing you can do for your career is a completely fresh start. That means changing to a different office, a different job, getting new friends at your work, and also revamping how you look. So these are things that are more in your control. Don't procrastinate changing your vibe, your outfit, the way that you show up. Don't procrastinate your self-care either. So going to the gym, getting your 10,000 steps, eating the healthy foods. Don't procrastinate pouring into yourself, because everybody in your career will notice and it will give you better career opportunities moving forward as well. In the Nine of Swords, I do see that for you, group number 3, the procrastinating, the overthinking, and being hard on yourself, those are the main things that you struggle and deal with on a daily basis. If you have any additional struggles, now this could be depression, it could be an ED, it could be bipolar, it could be anxiety, ADHD, that of course can sometimes add to how difficult it is for you to overcome the overthink. But the universe is saying to you here in the Nine of Swords, the fact that you feel so deeply and that you're so intuitive and that you know exactly and that you're very self-reflected, that is actually something that is a huge advantage for you that a lot of other people don't have. But let's shuffle the cards and get more deeply into your reading and see what else must be revealed to you. We've got the Three of Swords, and in the Three of Swords, I can see here that you are going to have to overcome the fear of not being enough and also of other people judging you if you want to be truly, truly successful. You have to overcome the fear of being seen, of people talking behind your back about what you're doing, or them saying, oh, who do you think that you are? You're going to have to overcome all of that. Just think about it, especially here in the Three of Wands. What would your mother, your grandmother say? What would an elderly woman in your life say to you if you worked hard to get your dream house, your dream vehicle, your dream wardrobe, go on your dream vacations, and people see that you're doing this, for example, on your social media? Let them talk, let them be jealous, let them say, oh, you probably got it because of not because of your hard work. Let them think that, because at the end of the day, would you rather have your dream life, or would you rather play it small just to please other people so they don't talk about you behind your back? And the Queen of Wands, the Queen. Now next we've received the Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of the element of Earth. And I see here that you are meant to be a leader in the earthly realm. You are meant to tame the lions and be someone who is very successful in a male-dominated field. Now, the lion energy is an energy that is masculine energy, and having the Queen of Coins in midst of these lions, I see that being someone who dominates a usually male-dominated field is what's going on here for you, and that's something that undeniably is part of your journey. And some people will be jealous, or they will say that you have an unfair advantage, but you know it's through your hard work. And that is again where the universe is saying, don't overthink what others might say about you or what they might think. It doesn't matter. Their opinion is none of your business. Getting more deeply into your reading in the Eight of Wands, protect what's yours, and the Eight of Wands symbolizes taking a break as well. Protect what's yours at work. Stay away from the toxic coworkers and toxic people, but also you can not give them ammunition by not sharing your personal life with them. I do see in the Eight of Wands that the universe is saying you have less to protect the less that you put out there. Be vulnerable with your best friends. Be vulnerable with your partner, your husband, your spouse, right? But don't be vulnerable at your career anymore. There's no point in it, and you're just giving people more of a reason to think of you as someone that they can perhaps play games with, or who is perhaps not as strong. Getting more deeply into your reading in the Ten of Swords, this is the ultimate sign that you've got to chill and relax relax to avoid burnout. The 10 of Swords means, okay, take a step back. You've worked so hard. You need rest. You need recuperation. And the best way to rest is to actually not even tell anyone what you're doing next. Just do it. Just take the vacation. Don't make it a big thing. Don't overthink when you should do it, whether you should do it, if it's a good idea or not. What are your coworkers going to think? Is anyone else available to go on vacation? This is a time that you just need for yourself. And right now, literally, the universe has said to you, this break is something that has nothing to do with anyone else. This is about your mental and physical health, and that comes first. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your body. I see here in patience and in the Stork, your body is going through a lot of really big changes on a hormonal level. Group number 3, that means that being patient is the only way that you will be able to unify working and staying healthy. Give your body days off of stress, days off of being overworked, constantly being on your phone, checking your emails. You don't need all of that 24/7, because the thing is, good leadership also means you get to lean back and not work for a little bit as well. When you constantly are overworked, that actually means you need to have a few more people backing you up. You need to outsource some things, whether it's getting a cleaner, having a coworker do some of the work that they should have done all along, but you took over for them. Leadership in the polar bear means that having other people do things for you is something to stop feeling bad about and stop procrastinating it, because nobody on this planet is able to do all of the things that you are trying to push yourself to do and that you are putting yourself under pressure to accomplish. From the way your home is supposed to look, to how clean it's meant to be, to how you show up for your family, children, your family plans, your spouse, your work, your income, the way that you look, your physical health. The type of standard you have for yourself is so incredibly high that you sometimes need to remind yourself that part of it can be unrealistic and can mean you too deserve a break. You too deserve to be human, and that doesn't make you a burden and it doesn't make you lazy. It actually just shows that you know when to pour into your own cup and that you have learned to be selfish in the best possible way. Because if you always give everyone the best of you, you're only left with what's left of you. And now that is an unhealthy place to be in, group number 3, and you're exiting it. If you want to be part of a community of like-minded individuals, and right now we're having fun with our 7-day tarot glow up challenge, which is going to remain in your library. So even if you watch this video at a later point, you'll always be able to do the 7-day tarot glow up challenge in our Psychic CEO community, where you can find deeper glow up readings, manifestation readings that are going to get you to that next level, while also being part of a community where every day we push ourselves to be better, to put out offers, to create, to sell, to become the highest versions of ourselves. Then check it out below in the description box. You can find the link right there. Now, my beautiful soul of group number 3, if this reading resonated, then make sure that you drop a heart emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know. And wherever you are on our beautiful planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.